All right. Alright, so boom, I'm back. Y'all probably didn't expect this drop either. I ain't gonna lie, I told y'all, bro, I'm coming different this year, bro. I'm coming different this year. I'm gonna be more dedicated to the craft. I'm on my last semester, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna really have time to dig into this shit. Pause. Well, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Josh Shiro, and welcome back to another video. And as you can see in the title and in the thumbnail, we got another retrospective for y'all. So boom, y'all aren't clear on what the retrospective series is. Basically a series where I just go back in time and I talk about, you know, different stuff that I grew up with, like wrestling, manga, movies, TV shows, anime, music, etc. You know what I'm saying? And so if you want to get familiarized with that, I did a whole deep dive on it. And my first video was on Logic. So y'all want to go check that out. Part 1 is going to be in the description, and it's going to be at the end of the video, so y'all can always watch. I mean, it's always at the end of the video. Y'all should click on that. You know what I'm saying? It's fire. You feel me? These are more my longer forms of content that I really want to give to you guys because it's just fun. You know what I mean? It's just fun to walk down memory lane and to talk about things that I love and I know that you guys love. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, bruh, we here with it. So let's get right into the video.
We love you, man.
One of the largest forms of expression, culture, and art was at one point in time seen as the lamest thing on earth. Growing up in the late 2000s and early 2010s, being an open anime fan was basically social suicide. Like, you were not supposed to do that at all. You were seen as a cornball, a loser, a lame. For people that's black, you were seen as white, or you trying to be Japanese, you trying to be Asian, you know what I'm saying? Like, just some regular, weird, stereotypical shit that niggas was doing back then. It was a one-way ticket to being shipped off to your other classmates as a bona fide loser who gets no bitches, has never talked to a shorty, has never been around a woman before, has never even had shared the same breath as one. Like, it was over for you. Like, it was to the point where you would see little shorties in middle school and high school be like, oh, he weird, he like anime. And it was just like, yo, like, bro, like, a nigga can't even watch like a show no more without even clown on. Like, bro, that's the era that niggas was in back then. But it's funny though, because in retrospect, when you think about it, most of the cool niggas or the cool guys or the, you know, the popular kids, y'all niggas was watching anime too and y'all didn't even realize it. The US has somehow just been able to brainwash us into thinking that these were cartoons. And I'm gonna blame Cartoon Network and CW for this. Let me explain. You had shows like Bakugan, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Beyblade, Digimon, and others that were all over CW, that were all over Cartoon Network. And they were being branded as cartoons because they would censor certain Japanese imagery. Like, they called a rice cake a donut. What? But it's also funny because at that time, I didn't know that that was anime myself. I just thought that they were just regular cartoons. But if it wasn't obvious by the title of the video or what I'm even introing, yes, sir, we talking about anime. We're talking about a genre that has literally changed my entire life. Now I know, to some of you niggas, to most of you niggas, that sounds fucking, but stick around for the video and I'll explain why. So let's go into detail about these so-called silly cartoons and why they've had such an impact on my life. So let's take it all the way back to 2010. I'm at a local church camp. We're sitting by the TV playing the PlayStation 2, and my brother and a childhood friend, who in this store we're just gonna call L, we're playing Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3, which to a lot of niggas, including me, is one of the best Dragon Ball Z games, and also maybe just one of the best anime games in general. My brother had picked Vegeta as his character to use, and I said, who is Vegeta? And when I tell you, These niggas stared directly into my soul and was like, you don't know who Vegeta is? I learned. I played this entire game through after that when I could at camp. I was so enthralled by this that I even put it on my own memory card. What makes this mean so much to me is the fact that not even like 2 weeks before, Dragon Ball Z Kai had premiered on Nicktoons. Now, whether you believe in God or not, that's not something for me to decide. But clearly, something was set in motion for me to see this, because that is too weird of a coincidence. I turned it on for the first time and boy, I was immediately hooked. The problem was though, I had already seen the full series by playing the game. So waiting for the plot to progress was honestly so fucking boring because I had already seen Super Saiyan 4 at this point. So what did I do? Well, I did what any anime fan at the time did, and I tried to watch the good shit on YouTube. Now for all my real niggas, my real anime OG niggas, right? It's about 2011. I'm on the Wii, I'm on YouTube. And y'all about to see what path I'm about to go down. I'm looking up Dragon Ball Z episode da-da-da. I'm looking up Dragon Ball Z Cell versus Trunks. I'm looking up Dragon Ball Z Gohan versus Cell. Parts 1 through 8. You click on it. You watch it part 1. You watch it part 2. Then you're like, yo, where part 3 at? Where part 4 at? You skip to part 5. Damn, nigga, what the fuck happened to Gohan's arm? Like, bro, when I tell you, bro, it was a struggle to watch anime back then, especially on YouTube, bro. And this is coming from a nigga, right? I'm like 10 years old, 11 years old. I don't know that there's pirating sites, bro. Like, I wasn't really on the internet like that. Like, to be honest, like, most of my internet experience came from, like, playing, like, Tetris Friends or Googling or, like, yeah. So, I didn't really, know, like, I could just pirate anime on Kiss Anime. I didn't know that site existed. I didn't know GoGo Anime existed at that time. So, I'm just over here struggling on YouTube. But that's how, when I'm like reliving all that shit, like, that's how a lot of people got into anime. They got into it through AMVs. They got into it watching part through 8, and you got to skip to part 7. You feel me? Missing 4, 5, and 6. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how we grew up on it. So for me, that was literally the only way I could consume Dragon Ball that summer while also watching the Kai version. And ever since then, my life has been consumed with anime. So I also kind of want to shout out Team 4-Star because they were honestly a huge help in the part of my love for Dragon Ball. But I'm gonna leave DBZ here because that series and what Team 4-Star has done deserve their own video. But to get back on track, when I was coming up, every moment of my life felt like it was just dedicated to anime. And I already know how that makes me sound. But I can assure you, 1000%, that I got no bitches. Oh my God. I got 0 bitches, alright? In middle school, I would go to the library and check out like 3 different mangas. Reading the manga in the library, which included every edgy kid's favorite anime in the 2000s, Bleach. I also read the Legend of Zelda manga adaptation, which I want to add real quick. Yo, my 6th grade teacher, right? I'm calling you out, bro. I'm not going to say your name, but if you ever see this video, I'm calling you out. Like, I'm cool with you now, but what you did back then was fucked up, my nigga. Why you take that shit from me? Why you confiscate that from me, bro? Like, that was so unnecessary, bro. Like, I'm over here in an English class. It's English. I'm reading. What is the problem with that? Let me know, bro. Let me know, bro. Like, I just need to know what the issue was, bro. Like, it was unnecessary smoke for no reason, bro. And I felt like you had a vendetta against me, bro. And I wasn't really fucking with that, you feel me? I wasn't really fucking with that. Another manga that I was obsessed with as a kid, and man, it is honestly one of my goats, one of the greatest of all time. Hiromu Arakawa's Full Metal Alchemist. With most of these mangas, I would try to draw and copy their art style, Dragon Ball being the real consumer here mostly. But I was so enthralled and captivated by these stories. Now I'm gonna be honest, Full Metal and Dragon Ball were like the only ones I had actually read and retained any information from. I'm gonna be honest with you, Bleach fans, I'm sorry. I didn't care as like a 12-year-old, bro. Like, Ichigo look cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, the whole, you feel me, demon, like, art, like, yeah, all that shit cool, bro. But, like, I couldn't get into it, bro. I'm just be honest with you. Then I tried to watch anime, and, you know, I would just, some point down the line, I'm gonna do a watch along with y'all, hopefully. But, yeah, I just, at that time, I just couldn't get into it. What I most loved about my fandom of this genre, though, was, like, the brotherhood that it brought me. Most of my friends from middle school were anime fans, and we all grew our love for it even more together. Fast forward until around 2015, there was 4 shows that had all of our attention. Prison School, One Punch Man, My Hero Academia, and Attack on Titan. My Hero and Attack on Titan are 2 shows that, trust me, will get their own video because their impact on new gen anime should really be studied more. But in this video, I want to focus on Prison School and One Punch Man. Alright, so boom. In the 7th grade, Prison School was basically like peak comedy for me. And this is coming from somebody who does not really find comedy-centered animes that funny. I'm talking to you, Dakashi Kashi. That shit is trash. Prison School is about these 5 dudes that are the first 5 boys to enter into an all-girls academy, making it co-ed. Now, if y'all niggas know Japan, y'all know some horny shit is about to happen. So, these niggas are trying to devise multiple schemes to basically see some titties. And I guess that's a spoiler warning? I don't know. So, spoiler warning. These doofuses get caught, right? Like, they get caught extremely being down ass. They tried to hide secret cameras in the girls' locker room, but obviously, somebody's gonna be able to need to go in the locker room to put the cameras there. So that's where Fujino Kiyoshi comes in. Steps up for the boys, right? Taking one for the team. He's like the guy that takes one for the team on a 3-man, right? Like, you know, he's taking, you know, the less impressive shorty. He's taking the less impressive shorty, you know, the offensive lineman, maybe, you know, the Trent Williams, you know. He's taking that on. He's becoming Joey Bosa. He's becoming Nick Bosa. Like, he's going to take that one on for the team. So in this scene, the girls obviously get out of practice. And because he looks the most girly, he almost gets away with it. I mean, like, bro was literally showering with the biddies and everything. But of course, these niggas got caught being horny, got caught with your pants down, and this is where the school differs from others. So, you would think that a suspension will be warranted, maybe an expulsion, right? No. These motherfuckers were literally sent to prison. Hence the name, Prison School. Their prison guards are 3 fellow students: Mari, Maiko, and Hannah. Now, you would hope that the horniness just stops here. No, this is a rated R anime. We're gonna keep going further. These niggas get extra horny, like hentai level horny. Maiko basically becomes a lot of niggas models for like femdom women with huge tits and a whip. She also has like incredibly horny scenes. Hannah has a piss scene, so yeah. And Mari, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, she becomes the true MVP of the story for the guys, and she later sides with them to help them get out. I won't get into the whole plot because I recommend most, and I mean most, of y'all to go watch this because it's hilarious. One scene I do want to highlight though is the most man scene ever. So picture this. You're at the table with your boys, you know, it's the lunch table, it's high school. And so, you know, we usually talk about sports or, you know, what's happening during the day. But the real philosophical conversations come in when we start talking about women. So ladies, I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret. We objectify y'all, but I think y'all know that already. I think y'all know that. So Prison School brings up a very interesting argument. So the principal comes down and he basically, you know, wants to see what's going on, and, you know, we all men in this room, so he asks the fellas, yo fellas, ass or titties?
Those are boobs! The vice president's giant ass-like boobs!
What are those chump-ass losers talking about in there?
They're so similar. Part of human development. The evolution of the species. They're both round. Boobs and butts. Butts and boobs. Butts. Boobs. Mankind. When the first men walked on all fours, what was right in their faces but the posterior? Then, when mankind started walking on two legs, we stopped having round butts in our faces all day, every day, and to take their place, something new appeared in front of our faces. Titties. Women's breasts continued growing throughout the ages, taking the place of the butt as a carnal focus, but the original source of desire was the badunk! Boobs are a substitute, frankly! Tits are merely a pale imitation trying to take glory from the buttocks! If asked would I rather have a copy or the original, I would choose the original, naturally! Boobs have evolved to jut out in front of us as a greeting to the world, while the buttocks remain hidden around the back waiting their turn, coyly drawing attention in true erotic
That's
grace!
enough. You have proven to me beyond a shadow of a doubt that you're a bona fide ass man, Kyoshi. A well thought out answer, kindred spirit.
It is one of the most philosophical debates that has been talked about since the start of time. I mean, since cavemen were writing it on the walls, they've been talking about which is better. This show was like so captivating for me as a young teenager because, well, comedy and titties. I had to have watched it at least 6 times in my youth. Saying my youth as if I'm fucking 35. This show is not for everybody. Yes, I'm talking to all the girlies out there. I'm talking to the 12-year-olds, the 10-year-olds. This show is not for everybody. But if you're into, you know, super raunchy, horny humor as like a young adult, this is a strong recommend. Now, let's talk about this anime, which originally started as a literal fucking meme webtoon manga, turned into one of the biggest crossover animes in the world. Me and my boys were on this show from the jump because it became one of those early ones where it was impossible to miss. That's how instantaneous it was. If you don't know One Punch Man, which, my nigga, how? We follow the almighty God, and that's God with a lowercase g, Saitama, as he strives to... What does he strive for? Saitama is literally the epitome of the super OP MC that really doesn't give a fuck trope. Like, the only thing that seems to really irk him is the fact that niggas keep fucking up like his daily life. He is Earth's literal mightiest defender, who does not get the real credit he deserves. At least from what the anime has showed us. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not super caught up on the manga. I haven't finished the monster arc. I think that's what it's called. I know, you know, there's some niggas that, you know, are in there like Blast and all that other shit. Like, I've seen them, but like I haven't seen them, if you know what I'm saying. So this is just basically gonna be about the anime only. Season 1 gave us a lot of spectacular moments that literally broke the internet. Like Genos going super fucking crazy against Saitama, or Saitama sparring with Genos, or the climax scene with that Trunks looking alien nigga at the end of the show. I mean, the animation in season 1 was fucking peak. In 2015 going into 2016, Saitama was literally a walking genre breaker, a walking scaling breaker, a walking internet breaker, and a walking Goku breaker? Yeah, y'all should have already known this topic was coming. I mean, it's impossible to not talk about Saitama if you're not gonna bring up can he beat Goku at this point. Like, it is what it is, bro. The can he beat Goku niggas swore up and down that Saitama cannot hold Goku in a fight.
It's me. I'm niggas.
And everyone else who literally hated Goku for being like the Superman MC of anime were pulling up every excuse to try to scale Saitama to Goku's level. Now, just for me to throw my 2 cents into the argument, if we're talking about 2016, that's already Battle of Gods Goku. And to my knowledge, I don't think the manga had gone that far where Saitama was doing like extra stupid crazy shit. But at that time, there was no way you could compare that nigga to Goku. It was just no way you could do it. Like, there's no feat that Saitama had done that could be compared to Goku, other than maybe jumping from the moon back to Earth in like one piece or some shit. Like that's the only feat. Otherwise, you couldn't really scale him back then. Like, at that point, bro, Goku was already universal level, right? Like, Dragon Ball Super had just dropped. He had already gone blue. Like, there was no real debate to have. And a lot of people's main excuse for Saitama being able to beat Goku was the dumbest shit ever. It was the, yo, we don't know how strong he is yet. Yo, the author said he's the strongest anime character ever. Oh, and this was my favorite. Bro, his name is literally One Punch Man. Like, come on, bro, he could beat Goku in one punch. Now, Mastar Media has a great series on YouTube about what would happen if the two fought. And while it was fun to watch, that's really all it was. To me, it was never really a debate. Now, I know some of y'all just got triggered by me saying Mastar Media. Honestly, y'all knew that he was tracing. Y'all knew that, like, that art wasn't his. He was reusing scenes. And who gave a fuck if that was actually real Japanese or not? I swear to God, I didn't care as a 13-year-old, bro. Like, y'all were taking that shit way too seriously, bro, saying that he was copying and doing all this shit, bro. Y'all knew what it was. He was literally, like, taking scenes from Broly and using it as, like, Goku or Saitama's transformation. Like, it didn't matter, bro. Like, he created a whole universe. It was just fun and cool to watch, and y'all took that shit way too seriously, in my opinion. Mastar Media, you got shit on for a little too much, my boy. I'ma salute you. I'ma give you the credit that you deserve for that series, my brother, because I ain't gonna lie, you was going crazy. You was tracing, but you was going crazy, boy. But if we were to talk about Saitama today, again, I don't really have that much knowledge on it, and Goku today, I find it hard to believe that Saitama is on any level that is close to Ultra Instinct. Like, I just find that extremely hard to believe. Like, no. No. Anyway, though, One Punch Man was just super captivating and fun as hell, and really, really funny. Because we were now heading into that new type of superhero drama. I don't even know what to call it. It's like meta hero, I guess. I don't even know what to call this anymore. So basically, we have, you know, shows like The Boys or Invincible, where they make their entire show a gag on the superhero genre, or they make their entire show based around this is how superheroes are really be. One Punch Man was really my introduction to that. One Punch Man was an obvious gag on the shonen trope. All of these shows were created as satirical pieces, morphing the mainstream audience's idea of what a superhero is supposed to be. Now, One Punch Man is more lighthearted. Because it's not that Saitama doesn't care about people, because he does. He cares about saving people and his planet. His character is just not really interested in the notoriety and the fame that comes with it. Like, you know, you have Homelander and, you know, you have me. Like, he doesn't really care about that. And that's a very human tendency that a lot of people should have as superheroes that he doesn't really have. And I want to form some sort of acknowledgement for that, because he wants some form of acknowledgement towards his hard work as well. Like, it's a very human thing to want that. His whole drive isn't about the notoriety that comes with saving the planet. He just does it out of the kindness and decency of his heart. And I think that's what I want to highlight in this show. While he is an ultra powerful being, he's still human. And that's the part that's not talked about enough. Sure, the fights are cool, the art is insane, speaking of season 1 really mostly, but the character Saitama makes the show work, in my opinion. Because he started as just some nigga who decided one day, yo, I'ma run 10 kilometers and do 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups every day and drink fucking orange juice, right? Like, he just decided he gonna do that. He just happened to become some super strong guy. But in reality, he's just a nigga that deals with, like, grocery store sales, that annoying ass bug in your crib, missing the alarm, or just wanting some simple companionship from characters like King and Genos. The cast of characters around him seem much more larger than life than he is, because he's really presented as a regular nigga who happens to be, in a metaphorical sense, a grower, not a shower. In my opinion, I don't think Saitama is written to be your favorite character. And I think that's the irony of him, because characters like I mentioned before, like Genos or King, Fang, Metal Bat, and Gero, are without a doubt like some of my favorite characters in the show because of their super flashy fight scenes. But they all just bounce off of Saitama so well. They are created to fit the shonen mold because, again, it's a play on the shonen superhero tropes. Therefore, they're written in a way to cater to that fan base. But Saitama really wasn't. He is fundamentally a flat character that will most likely not change at all, but everyone around him will. And I think that's the beauty of One Punch Man. It's being able to build around such a flat character, but make him so lovable and the cast around him so lovable as well. One has done a fantastic job, especially his progression in art and storytelling as he went throughout the years of really learning from the GOATs in this field. It's honestly astonishing how big it got. Now I chose these two shows specifically because they really helped morph my taste. And two, because I'm probably never gonna make a full-fledged video on them. But one final anime that I want to talk about that has rounded out my taste in this genre, it's gonna be a strange one to most of you. It's K-On! Now I already know I'm about to get flamed and tore up for talking about a show about some musical anime girls. God, that sounds crazy saying it out loud. But in all honesty, it's really one of those shows that I just throw on in the background as like an ambiance. It's honestly in my top 10 favorite of all time because it's just one of my comfort shows. It's a guilty pleasure show for me, I guess. I remember being introduced to it by seeing a meme of some blonde girl with big eyebrows stealing another girl's strawberry off her cake. And I was like, hold on, this shit kind of funny. K-On! Is about these 4, later 5 girls revitalizing an old high school rock band club. All of these girls are a bit airheaded in their own ways, but honestly, that's what makes them gel so well. Yui, our protag, is the super ditzy one of the group, who's very bubbly and honestly a tad bit slow. She plays the bass, and that was a whole arc in itself. And she, like the rest of the cast, is so lovable because of her bright and loving energy. She's also the lead vocalist. Yui makes these silly ass song titles about shit that niggas would just never think of, like Fuwa Time, which literally translates to fluffy time. Then there's Ritsu, the drummer. She is the loud and rowdy one of the group, basically the tomboy. She, without a shadow of a doubt, is the funniest girl in the show because she has some of the most outlandish moments. But there's also times where we see her be a little bit more introspective and focus on herself as being a girl and what that means and how she's looked at outside of herself in terms of the students that go to the school. Mugi, our favorite rich girl, is the super sheltered one. Mugi plays the keys, and throughout the whole show, she goes through experiencing new things that us broke niggas experience on a regular basis, like going to a grocery store or using a power drill. These are just some of the shits that she's just never seen in her life or just never used. Mio is the scary ass nigga of the group. I mean, my girl is literally scared of anything and has super terrible stage fright, but somehow is the second lead singer. She's also the lead writer for most of the songs that reels in the focus cause you know, silly girl ideas. And then finally, you have the late addition, but becomes literally a massive fan favorite, Azusa, or as Yui would say, Azumya. She's the super feisty freshman who also plays the bass and basically teaches Yui everything she needs to know about guitars. Azusa speaks for the audience because she comes in and basically questions everything that the girls do, which are the same questions that we as the audience have. K-On! Is not visually anything super special to look at, but to me, that's what makes it pop. The simplicity in its chibi-like art style, the cast of characters that surround the girls, like the teacher/faculty overview of the club, Saikawa, who was one of the OG members of the group. Then you have Ui, Yui's sister, who's honestly the more responsible sister of the two, more or less, because she has to be both an older sibling and a parent. And she's the younger sibling. Then there's Naruto, Yui's best friend, who bails them out of all of their school and club troubles. Then you have, you know, the Mio fan club, where you meet an assortment of characters that love Mio because of her performance in front of the school, like the twins. Then you have June, being the most prominent of all the girls in the fan club, who's like Azusa. She's very stern, but like worse than Azusa, because Azusa is still shy in some ways. June just doesn't go for anything. Like, she'll just let you know straight up. K-On! Will continue to be one of my favorite animes ever because of its simplicity the comedy, and how lovable everyone is. The anime OPs and endings will always be fire because of the references that they pull and how catchy the songs were. And in the show too. It just has that certain charm with it that folks who step outside of the, super fighty genre of anime will appreciate. K-On! Helped me realize why I love teenage and high school based shows, because they're so grounded for the most part and relatable. Especially being a COVID kid who lost the second half of his senior year, it resonates with me. The high school anime genre, I guess, if we're really calling it a genre, but animes based in high school have been ones that I've mostly been drawn to, I guess mostly because of my age, being as a young adult. There are things that I still relate to while also being able to point out those angsty feelings as a high school kid. There's shows like Nisekoi, Assassination's Classroom, Classroom with the Elite, Beastars, and others that are just based in high schools that I just fell in love with. It helped open the door for me liking harem animes, me liking just regular school-based, fighting animes, or just comedy animes that just gel both of them together. There is a reason why I chose these 3 shows in particular to discuss. Not only because they're just 3 of my favorite shows ever, but because there are 3 different types of shows. You have your more action-packed shonen anime and One Punch Man. Then you have, the over-the-top raunchy humor that is Prison School. And then you have your down-to-earth slice-of-life show in K-On! The notion that these are just silly kid cartoons have always been a stupid argument to me. Because in my mind, that's like saying Family Guy or The Simpsons is just a kid's show just because it's drawn. Animes are stories based off mangas that carry so many themes and is often inspired by real-life events. You have the movie and the manga Akira that's literally based off the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. You have shows that are based off of the toxic workforce that Japanese people have had to deal with for literal years, like Agretsuko. This is a space of media where it has something for everybody. And once you get past the fact that it's 1, animation, and 2, some of these shows are aired on Cartoon Network on Nicktoons, and realize that shows on there can have adult themes too, like Adventure Time or Steven Universe, to me, it's just stupid to perpetuate a false narrative like that. Just because some niggas are taking their fandom a little too far. To be fair, I am also the same nigga that's making a 30-minute plus video on anime. So I guess I'm one of those niggas too. I don't think you guys understand how much this video means for me to make. Not to say none of my other or future videos don't mean anything, but this one is special because it's my chance to finally express my love for this medium that has strongly impacted my life and inspired me. Being able to go back in time and relive some of the good days I had watching all of these shows, each of them having its unique place in my heart. This is honestly just my love letter to anime. If you made it to the end of the video, I appreciate you, gang. I ain't gonna lie, I appreciate you. I appreciate y'all showing y'all support constantly, man. Constantly. Again, bro, we're just building and building and building. So this won't be, like I said in the video, this will not be the only time that I talk about anime. I mean, how the fuck can I, continue to not talk about anime when I just got this sitting right here? You know what I'm saying? When I just got, this sitting right here. You feel me? Like, come on, bro. Like, I can't stop. Y'all see the Dragon Ball GT? Y'all see the Dragon Ball GT poster right there? Like, come on, bro. Like, hold on, bro. Like, how? You feel me? Y'all see the posters, bro? Like, y'all see the posters, bro? Like, come on, bro. Like, y'all want me to stop? Y'all want me to stop talking about this shit, bro? Like, come on. Like, bro, I'm never gonna stop talking about my love for anime. I'm never gonna stop talking about my love for music. I'm never gonna stop talking about anything that I love. And this is why I created this platform, bro, so I can just talk about these things, bro. Like, I'm super excited to make a video on every single anime that's on that wall over there. I'm super excited to talk about Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm super excited to talk about Demon Slayer. I'm super excited to make a video on Dragon Ball Z, bro. Like, I'm super excited to make all of these videos that I want to display to y'all and just give y'all my perspective on them. Because I just think that everybody has their own unique story when it comes to these movies. I'm super excited to give y'all retrospectives on J. Cole, or maybe a throwback album review of fucking, I don't know, Rodeo. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this channel is for everything, man. It's for everything. I told y'all, bro. Like TV shows, movie, manga, like this channel is for everything. And so I just really appreciate y'all for sticking it out with me. And you know, I'm gonna be totally honest with you guys. This was the video that I was hinting at my last one in terms of the kinks and screws. This is a re-record. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I told y'all, bro. This is transparency, bro. Like this is a whole new re-record of this video because I just felt like it wasn't videoing. You know what I'm saying? Like it just wasn't hitting the way that I wanted to. And it's almost like I kind of wanted to force it out, but I just wanted it to be more natural. I wanted my love in there. And so I just sat down today and I was like, let's redo the whole thing. And I think this one's just gonna be a better product. Again, I am graduating this semester, y'all. So if I'm gone for about like 3 to 4 months, it's because I'm really locking in. I'm trying to get that degree, bro. I'm trying to get that degree. I'm still working, you feel me? So I'm trying to get that degree. I don't know if this will be a full-time job. This still might just be something part-time that I'm building. Focus camera, what the fuck? This still might be something that I'm just doing part-time and trying to build. But you know, the money, I gotta make money, bro. I gotta make bread. So this, again, this is honestly just whenever I can do it. And if I continue to build this, bro, like if this really blows up, bro, the way that I think it can, we going to the moon. We gonna go to the moon, bro. We gonna go to the moon, bro. So, you know, as Leo said, you know, as they say on the Pat McAfee show, hold. We not gonna buy it yet. We not gonna sell yet. We gonna hold, bro. So again, I appreciate y'all for the constant support. I appreciate, you know, my homeboys always getting on my ass about this YouTube shit, bro. Because at the end of the day, like, these niggas motivate me, bro. Like, y'all motivate me to want to keep doing this shit, bro. Like, this shit is super fun. It's super fun. It's super fun talking about these things. It's super fun doing the editing process, but like, this is just a whole fun process. It just really, you know, gets my creative juices going, you know, especially because this is just one of my dream things. So I've been talking too much. This video is already too fucking long, so I'm gonna let y'all, you know what I'm saying, get on about y'all day or whatever. But make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Share this with your homeboys, share this with your homegirls, your parents, you know what I'm saying, anybody that loves anime or you want them to get into anime, you know what I'm saying, this is a great video for them to watch. Just share it with them, bro. Share it with them. But in the meantime, it's your boy Josh Hero. It's always been a pleasure with y'all. We out.